Hey everyone, it's your friendly guide. And let's be real, dating can be a jungle out there. You've got butterflies in your stomach, you're trying to look your best, and you're hoping to make a good impression. But sometimes, in the quest for love, we end up making some seriously desperate moves without even realizing it. So, if you want to avoid those cringe-worthy moments and actually have a shot at a second date, stick around. I'm breaking down 7 common date night mistakes that scream desperation and how to avoid them like the plague. Trust me, your future self and your date will thank you.
Okay, first up, let's talk about the elephant in the room: rehearsing. We've all been there, pacing back and forth, trying to memorize lines like it's Shakespeare. But newsflash, you're not auditioning for a play. When you over-rehearse, you come off sounding robotic and insincere. Remember those times you practiced asking your crush to prom in front of the mirror? Yeah, how'd that go? Instead of trying to memorize every word, focus on being present and engaging. Think of it like a conversation, not a monologue. Let your personality shine through, because that's what makes you unique and interesting. Remember, authenticity is attractive. When you're comfortable in your own skin, it shows, and people are naturally drawn to that. So ditch the script, relax, and just be yourself.
Okay, this next mistake is a big one, talking about your ex. It's one of those things that can instantly turn a promising date into an awkward encounter. Seriously, nothing screams "I'm not over it" louder than constantly bringing up your past relationships on a date. Imagine sitting across from someone who keeps mentioning their ex. It's like a never-ending story you didn't sign up for. It's awkward, it's a mood killer, and it's a one-way ticket to "I'll call you" that you know is a lie. No one wants to feel like they're competing with a ghost from your past. Look, I get it. Sometimes exes come up in conversation, and that's okay. It's natural to have a past, and it's part of who you are. But there's a fine line between mentioning an ex in passing and making them the main topic of conversation. But if you find yourself constantly ranting about your ex's flaws, or even worse, comparing your date to them, pump the brakes. It's not fair to your date, and it's definitely not going to win you any points. Your date wants to feel special and like you're genuinely interested in getting to know them, not like they're a replacement for your ex. They want to see that you're present in the moment and excited about the potential of what could be. So, keep the conversation focused on the present, on getting to know each other, and on shared interests. Talk about your hobbies, your dreams, your favorite movies, or even that funny thing that happened to you last week. Trust me, your date will appreciate it, and you'll avoid looking like you're still hung up on your past. Plus, it sets a positive tone for the date, making it more enjoyable for both of you. Remember, the goal is to build a connection, not to dwell on what's already behind you. So, let go of the ex talk and embrace the new possibilities right in front of you. All right, next up, let's talk about compliments. Giving compliments is great, right? Well, yes and no. While it's nice to make someone feel good, showering your date with excessive compliments can actually have the opposite effect. Think about it. If you're constantly gushing over every little thing, it starts to feel insincere and over the top. It's like you're trying too hard to impress them, which can be a major turnoff. Instead of bombarding them with compliments, focus on having a genuine conversation. Show interest in their experiences, ask thoughtful questions, and listen to their responses. Remember, true connection comes from shared values, engaging conversations, and mutual respect, not from an endless stream of flattery. So ditch the cheesy pickup lines and focus on building a genuine connection.
Now, let's talk about impressing your date. It's a common misconception that you need to go all out to make a lasting impression.
It's natural to want to show someone you're interested, but the key is to do it in a way that feels genuine and thoughtful. Going overboard with extravagant gifts or trying to plan the perfect date can backfire big time. It can create unnecessary pressure and stress for both of you.
First of all, it sets unrealistic expectations. When you start with grand gestures, it can be hard to maintain that level of effort and expense. You don't need to empty your wallet to impress someone. In fact, simpler gestures often have a more lasting impact.
Second, it can come across as trying to buy their affection, which is a major red flag. Authentic connections are built on mutual respect and understanding, not material possessions.
Instead of focusing on material things, think about what you both enjoy. Shared experiences create memories and strengthen bonds. Plan a date that reflects your shared interests and allows you to connect on a deeper level. This could be anything from a casual coffee date to a fun activity you both love.
It could be as simple as going for a hike, enjoying the beauty of nature while having meaningful conversations. Trying a new restaurant together can be an adventure in itself, exploring new flavors and cuisines, or even just having a picnic in the park, where you can relax and enjoy each other's company in a laid-back setting.
Remember, the most important thing is to be yourself and enjoy each other's company. Authenticity and genuine connection are what truly make a date memorable. So put away the platinum card and focus on creating moments that matter. It's the little things that often mean the most.
Okay, this next mistake is a big one. Being controlling or dominating the conversation. It's easy to fall into this trap, especially if you're nervous or really eager to impress your date. Look, I get it. You're excited, you have a lot to say, and you want to make a good impression. You might have a ton of interesting stories or fascinating facts that you think will wow your date. But monopolizing the conversation is a surefire way to send your date running for the hills. No one wants to feel like they're just an audience member in a one-person show. Remember, a date is about getting to know each other, and that requires listening as much as it does talking. It's a two-way street where both parties should feel heard and valued. If you're constantly interrupting, talking over them, or steering the conversation towards your own interests, you're not giving them a chance to shine. This can make your date feel undervalued and unimportant. Instead, focus on being an active listener. This means not just hearing the words they say, but really understanding and engaging with their thoughts and feelings. Ask open-ended questions, really pay attention to their answers, and show genuine interest in what they have to say. This will make your date feel appreciated and respected. Remember, a conversation is a two-way street, and being a good listener is just as important as being a good talker. It's about creating a balanced exchange where both of you can share and connect. When you listen actively, you're not just gathering information, you're building a connection. This connection is what makes a date memorable and enjoyable. So next time you're on a date, remember to balance your talking with listening. It's not about dominating the conversation, but about sharing the moment together. By being a good listener, you're showing that you value your date's thoughts and feelings, which can lead to a deeper and more meaningful connection. And who knows, this might just be the start of something wonderful.
All right, let's talk about the overall vibe you're putting out there. Even if you avoid all the previous mistakes, coming across as desperate can instantly kill the mood. Desperation rears its ugly head in many forms, from constantly fishing for compliments to being overly agreeable to everything they say. Remember, you are a catch. You are worthy of love and respect, and you don't need to dim your light for anyone. Confidence is attractive, and when you believe in yourself, it shows. So, how do you ditch the desperate vibe? For starters, be comfortable with who you are. Embrace your quirks, own your opinions, and don't be afraid to disagree respectfully. Remember, a genuine connection is built on mutual respect and understanding, not on trying to be someone you're not. Last but not least, let's talk about reading the room. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, the chemistry just isn't there, and that's okay. Not every date is going to lead to a love connection, and that's perfectly normal. The important thing is to be able to recognize when it's not working and to move on gracefully. Don't force the conversation, don't try to change who you are to impress them, and don't cling on desperately hoping they'll suddenly have a change of heart. Instead, be honest with yourself and with your date. If you're not feeling it, it's okay to politely end the date early. And who knows, maybe you'll even make a friend in the process. Remember, dating should be fun. So relax, be yourself, and don't take it too seriously. So there you have it, 7 common date night mistakes that can make you look desperate and how to avoid them. Remember, dating is all about putting your best foot forward, being genuine, and having fun. Now, I want to hear from you. What are your biggest date night do's and don'ts? Have you ever made any of these mistakes? Share your hilarious date night blunders or your success stories in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more dating tips and tricks. Until next time, stay fabulous.